I'm Captain Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report. We've still been coming over here underneath the bridge of South Bay and coming back in and coming back here to sailboat. There have been black drum back here in the sailboat. You can catch them first thing in the morning. You really don't see them first thing in the morning. You just blind cast with some dead shrimp or live shrimp with the lead head, or you can use like a 1/4 ounce weight right on top of a number 2 kell hook. Once the perch come alive, once that sun comes up, the perch get pretty vicious back there, but then you're able to kind of see the schools. So even coming back here towards the well back here in the back, they've been kind of stacked up on these reefs, these oyster reefs on the back. So all this little area right in here, holding pretty good fish right now. If you come back into this cut that comes into Brown Reef Flat, there have been some bigger drum hanging off right here in this little creek bed. And there's one right here by this island too. So both of these little creek bottoms been holding redfish and black drum. The water is coming up. So what's going to do, they're going to push into this little deeper water along these edges right through here. Those of you in those shallower water boats, these potholes are holding redfish and black drum. They're pretty good schools back there, all the way over here to the Y channel. If you come back here on this back shoreline of Brown Root, there have been a lot of bait through here. There have been redfish chasing bait. Pretty good bite first thing in the morning and mid-morning. So pretty good bite coming on. The black drum have also been a few schools in the Y channel here along the edges. If you'll just use your trolling motor and go real slow and work this edge and use that sun in your favor, and look on the edges, you can see the schools of black drum. There's been a lot of black drum being caught in a lot of different places. So live or dead shrimp's been the ticket. The outside edge of East Shores right through here, live piggies, live croaker. There have been trout hanging on these edges in this little bit deeper grass through here. So this is all good area for trout first thing in the morning. Also coming out here to this little bit deeper grass by the old Fin and Feather up on this up along this edge of this shrimp boat channel here. There's some spool banks. There have been trout hanging off over here also. Live piggies or live croaker been working pretty well. Even live shrimp under a popping cork's been working. So still a lot of good fish being around. Just if you don't catch them, just move down a little bit. Over here on the other side of Stedman's Reef, this whole flat right through here, there have been trout, live shrimp under a popping cork, or live piggies in the potholes have been working real well. So all this flat right through here with the way the tides have been holding pretty decent fish also. Those of you that like to work the flats, there's been fish in the flats, but I have also been working the edge of the ICW, all the way from Aransas to Rockport. These islands right here on the left-hand side, these little rock piles right through here, there have been redfish, black drum, and mangrove snappers. A lot of people usually just pass them up, but right now on the edges, on both sides, have been holding redfish. There's been schools of redfish out here on the chains of islands, out here in these potholes. The redfish have been kind of scattered. They're not all schooled up, but if you just work them potholes slowly with your favorite baits, there have been redfish through here. There have been black drum. So all that right through there on the chains of islands has been holding fish. But if you don't get them there, I'd come back out in this deeper water and start working the edges. There have been black drum, there have been redfish, there have been flounder, and working all these little islands on the outside have been holding pretty decent fish all the way to Rockport. Even coming back towards Aransas, over here and the opposite side, on the south side, same deal. Working these edges along these rock piles. A lot of people just drive by them. If you're not catching fish in the skinnier water, you might want to try these deeper guts up along these ICW, because there's been fish on both sides and down the channel, the shrimp boat channel going towards Port A. They've been posting up right on the edges of these islands. If they're not right on the edge, then bump on inside and start working the inside islands. And you'll see the bait. I mean, there's a lot of bait out right now. There's menhaden, there's mullet. There's good bait coming in, and these fish are following it. These little cuts that come into the back lakes, they've also been holding redfish through here also. So get you some live shrimp or live piggies or live mullet even, and work the deeper waters, work the edges. If the skinny water's not doing it for you, then, change your tactics. Get out here in this little deeper water. Even coming back into Moore's Cummings. There's been redfish hanging on the edges of Moore's Cummings. Just kind of work the edge of these oyster reefs, and you're sure to find fish. There have also been a lot of mixed in trout, flounder. Personally, here lately for the last week and a half, I've been using live shrimp, and it seems like it's been catching a little bit of everything. Out here in Corpus Bay on these gas wells out here, there have been speckled trout. There have been sharks out here. There have been sand trout, a lot of sand trout out here. Pretty much when I'm getting out here on these wells, I'm using live shrimp. I mean, you can take croakers and piggies and free line them, but right now it seems like live shrimp is a ticket. We've also been catching pretty good triple tails out here. I've caught 4 in one day out here. So on triple tails, got to be at least 17 inches. And make sure that you're allowed your bag limit. So out here at these gas wells is holding quite a few fish right now. Like I said, you also got a few bigger reds out here. There have been a few black drum on these wells. So I just kind of go around and work each one of those wells, and it's been working out real well. Out here on the rocks out in front of the Bayfront. This area right through here on live shrimp's been catching mangrove snapper, black drum, a few redfish, speckled trout. So all this area right through here. Same deal as fishing, over by Port Aransas in the ship channels. When you see them big ships, this is shallow water through here. You're about 3 foot when you get here in these rocks. Be careful. Before you know it, you got big waves coming from them ships, and don't want anybody to get blindsided. Same way, there's been a lot of people fishing out here in front of the causeway. A lot of good fish out here. There have been black drums, speckled trout, mangrove snappers. Same deal. If you see them ships, be careful, because them waves that come from nowhere, and it can get you pretty quick. But there's been a lot of good fish here on the new Aces and in the back bay right now. Them fish are coming in, and there have been black drum, speckled trout, and redfish being caught pretty consistently, especially on this south side of the shoreline, running all the way down by the power lines. Been good redfish, speckled trout, all on this edge right through here. Jump on the oyster reefs, you'll find your black drum. Everybody be safe out there and have a good watching. This is Capt Monogram.